The Honolulu Board of Realtors says single-family home sales last month increased by 8.5% compared to a year ago. But as the median price for a home remains steady at about $1.5 million, local residents are seeking help. The state's Housing Finance and Development Corporation has the Hale Kamaaina Mortgage Program, which offers below market mortgage rates and more, something 3 homeowners took advantage of for the first time this month.
It's really amazing to hear the stories of those families. One was a family, a mail carrier in Mililani with their adult son. So we hear oftentimes about the unattainability and the unaffordability of Hawaii homes. But this is proof that it can happen, and people start their first home journey in different price points below the $1 million price point.
You can learn more about the Hale Kamaaina Mortgage Program on DBET's website under the Home Ownership tab.